Hey guys, Horace here, and today I am back with another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make multiple houses in a very short amount of time and with a lot less hassle. Okay, so we can all admit that making a dozen houses can be a painstaking and slow process because starting from scratch, building it up, starting from scratch, building it up is just painful and takes a long time. So, let me show you what I do with my houses. So, generally, my houses are going to look something like this. They're generally just boxes, they're not detailed. There's really nothing about them that's all that interesting. Okay, future note from Horace here that I don't think I explained this exactly perfectly. So basically, when you have fully detailed houses and stuff, you can use that, right? Instead of just stopping at where you have wool or placeholder blocks, you can just go all the way detailed. But a lot of houses will have lots of details that you might not want to look super copy and pasted. So if you have those types of details where walls look like that, then copying those over will automatically make those details look exactly the same. So if you want a little bit more variety, then that is why I do it. So for example, this and this are the same thing, and I can get a different texture and different details from those different things. So that's why I do it from the wool, but you don't have to. Now, I always stop at this I don't know, crossroads right here where my houses look like this, where there's just wool, there's no detail at all, right? So I can use this a lot easier than if it was fully detailed, because generally when you have fully detailed, then you're gonna run into things where your houses might look a little too copy and pasted. Okay, so the first house is always the hardest because it's the one that you have to do completely fully done. So let's see what this house looks like by taking a part of it, copying it, and then moving it over a little bit, taking it over here, and we're gonna just kind of make a new house out of it, essentially, which is essentially what I do to make myself have an easier life with houses. Because really, most of the time, you don't need to have yourself have so many houses a lot of the time. So what you can do is you can kind of take a section of one house, and kind of transform it into a second house, a third house, a fourth house. And that way, that first house is the one that really, it's the one that's going to take the longest. But once you got that done, then your life is just going to be a whole lot simpler, just in general. So you can create another house in a fairly simple manner. And this one is, of course, fairly small. But of course, you can just continue adding on to that. So you take this house, right? And then you stack it again, right? Let's stack it a little bit bigger. Let me just copy it real quick. Okay, so now we can kind of just come over here, and then we can kind of create ourselves. Where's the center point of this? There's three. That should be good. Okay, so now let's create ourselves another little wing to this, just like this. So set 35 to 10, and then boom, again, do that. And then essentially it's really just adding on to pretty much things that you've already created. It's like the extent of what this looks like. And it makes your life so much easier because you can make so many more house templates in such a shorter amount of time, and they all look fairly different. So as long as your detailing's on point, this will work for you. Right, and I don't think it'll work for every single type of house, but in general, you can take one house and kind of transform it into multiple houses. I've done this for many years. It helps so tremendously. So I thought I'd share it. It's not really like, there's not just a one hit, like, one house can be done, a million different ways. So it's not like I can say how to do every single house, but hopefully this gives you an idea of how a house like this would be turned into multiple houses, and then you can kind of use this technique to kind of give yourself a bit of an edge when it comes to that. So you have one house, you got two house, you got three house, and then you can detail them. This isn't a detailing tutorial. But it's gonna make your life a lot easier. It's made my life a lot easier. So hopefully it's gonna, help you continue, building faster and quicker because that is the goal. So anyways, hey, cool for watching. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully this helps. Peace.